Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. We took care of some exploration of the west side of the Dark World in the last video. And since then, I now have 2 blue medicines. I've gotten my maximum bomb capacity to 35, I've gotten my maximum arrow capacity to 55. So I'm getting pretty close to maximums. I also managed to get the treasure game heart piece on the second try. So luck was really with me with the off-camera stuff. So now that we've taken care of the stuff that we need to take care of, let's go ahead and go north into the Dark World, shall we? Dark World. I meant to say Skull Woods. I found out that the Dark Forest actually has a name and that it's the Skull Woods. Now, there are multiple entrances into... Nope. There are multiple entrances into the third dungeon. Not really sure what's considered the main one. There are holes you can find that will take you to other areas. But there's like an opening inside one of these little purple skulls that you can enter. I believe right there to the east there is one such example. There's not really much of a right or wrong way to get in there. Also, you can go between these 2 trees. This hole will also take you, this hole to the west will take you to the dungeon as well. So there's plenty of ways to get in. We just gotta be careful once we get inside, because it's gonna be very well based on how we do this. And we can't seem to get to that side very easily. I'm pretty sure that will take us to where the... What is it? The Lumberjack's house will be in the Light World. And I wish we had a map as to how we can get somewhere inside the Skull Woods. Sadly, I don't think we really have such a thing. We could actually take this path and then take another one leading into that area. So that could work. Yeah, we could just go to the one north of the fortune teller. That'll do it. Alright. We are now over here. That is a hole that leads to the dungeon there. And can I damage this guy with the boomerang? I probably could. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. There we go. We've got him out of the way now. There's another hole. That leads to another exit out of the forest. Don't really want to take that. There's not really much here. So it looks like we may have to take one of these after all. Which one do I take? Well, it's not really going to matter now, is it? Oh! Okay, maybe not. You can just walk south of the thing, and you can get over there to that opening. There's also a hole there. I do want to take the opening, though, and I want to stay away from that thing. There's another opening there. Maybe we take that one. There's like 5 ways to get in there. There's like 2 or 3 holes. There's 2 openings in skulls. And I feel like this is not the official one. This feels like a side entrance or exit. Let's do this one. So we have about 4 holes and 2 skull doors, basically. And this feels like one as well. Well, this is strange. Well, we got 2 basement floors. Let's go ahead and do this one for now. See what happens. We got a locked door there, and we got a locked door over there. We can get the map, but that's pretty much all we can do. So, this one's a no-go. But at least we have the map. However, I do want to go back in and look at the map again. See what takes us where. That's where that hole is going to take us. So we can't do... Well, maybe we can do something there. And that's not going to let me do anything. I'm pretty sure that these holes aren't going to lead to much. I know what this is probably going to lead me to. But will it lead to another locked door? Well, let's go ahead and check this one and see. Absolutely nothing here. Can't really seem to do much in this area. And we're not getting any weird sound from that area. There's no hidden door. We're forced to go back this way. So that is also a no-go. And you are shocking me for whatever reason. That was terrible. Let's see what happens if we take this hole. Well, we're in a huge room now. Below where that locked door was. And we need to be careful because we've got a bunch of Gibdos. And the Ceiling Master. Yep, the Ceiling Master, the giant hand that comes at you. It makes a return appearance here. And I want to be very careful where I go. Do I want to go over to the locked door that I saw? Or do we want to... Well, let's go ahead and go to the locked door that we saw earlier. Now, you definitely don't want to have the Ceiling Master grab you because you never know where it will take you. But it may prove rather useful here. Depends on what we want to do. Depends on how we want to do things. And of course, you also want to watch out for the spikes as well. And these guys are taking a lot of damage from the beams. That did absolutely nothing except reset the room. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and use the Bombos Medallion. Because I know for a fact that this will set them on fire and get rid of everything. No! So destroying all enemies does not do a thing. It looks like you may have to push a block of some sort. It's not this one. Not this one. Or this one. Maybe there could be a switch. Let's try that. And we say as I take out all the pots. I'm gonna have to admit that I've done no practice runs for this game. Even though I haven't played this game in years. And yet I'm doing so much better than last time. Stop! Well, at least it gets rid of all of you. So now, we don't have any switches to hit. So because of that, we are stuck again. And let's see what happens if we can... Oh. I'm about to say, I want to see what happens if we can drop this thing into a pit, but apparently that's as far as we're going to go in that department. And there's nothing over there behind the vines. So we have nothing to do again. So we're going to have to find yet another hole, and it's going to have to be this one. This is the one you enter from. So there are 4 wrong ways to get in here and 1 right one. Because the other 4 are just going to have you going in circles. And you're all bouncing off the thing and going in the pits. Lovely. Well, it makes it easier for me. Now, before I go into that door, I want to avoid the fire bar there, and there we go. Now, we have things that we need to do. We finally found a way to get in here properly without going in circles, so we might as well just go ahead and go straight to work. Now, we got a chest in here. Ugh! As soon as you get the compass, though, you open up all these pits. Not my idea of a fun time, but hey. This is Zelda. You never know what to expect with a thing like this. And here's the other side of that locked door next to the big key. Do I want to? Yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and use Bombos again. Why not? I've got plenty of magic. And for some reason, I'm always able to get some of it back. And there's the Ceiling Master guy again. Let's go ahead and grab the key and open this door up. We know what that leads to. That leads to the big chest key door. And now that we have the chest with the compass open, these pits are going to show up every single time. Is there anything here that we can get? No. There's nothing up behind the vines. So all we can do now is apparently go in more circles. Unless... Unless we find the one way to get in here. So, there really is 5 wrong ways and a 6th right way. And I should have went through here. I should have just taken that part completely. Now, we need to find out a way of getting down there. And I'm going to have to look around in order to find it. What appears to be the only way to figure out how to do it. No, it's not that way. Is that we're going to have to find another way. Ah. It seems like there's another way to do this. Which one are we at? Well, this is interesting. Maybe I should get a map for this. Or maybe there are several ways to do this. This is what I get for not doing a practice run and not having a map out at all. You know what? Before this gets even worse, I'm gonna kill this guy, and I'm going to get myself a map. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Welcome back! I'm an idiot. There are some things that we need to do. And I forgot to do every single one of them. Because I cannot tell my left from my right or anything. of the sorts. First of all, we need to go into this hole because I forgot about this crack in the wall. With that out of the way, we should be able to open something. Now, it doesn't seem like you can do it, but if Link can stop going into doorways like a moron, you can actually follow the edge of the wall here and make your way to the switch, as well as these skull pots. Now, this will open up a way to the big chest, but we still need the big key. So that didn't really take us anywhere. Second, I did not explore any of that part of that other skull entry, that other skull entrance with the 4 enemies in it, with the little blue shocky things and the 2 Gyptos. So we need to go back over there, because I just now realized we haven't explored that at all. So now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and use bombos to take care of the Gyptos, because I know they're going to be a pain. Now, there's a switch and some ceiling masters, but we need to go over to the left first, because there's this area. Now, there is a key underneath this pot. We need to use it to unlock that door, but there's no way to get over there. So, stop hitting me. What we need to do is get into here. This will take us to another part of the dungeon. That hole I saw at the very beginning of my path into here, that was for later in the dungeon. And this thing will come into play a little later on. Doesn't look like anything else we've seen in Skull Woods. Something tells me it will be very important. But you do want to follow this path. You want to get the whirling blade ready. And you want to drop down this hole. So there's 5 entrances. There's really no right or wrong entrance to take. You just got to know which one takes you to where. And then you just got to know how to get to a place. Now, we need to hit these star tiles once and only once, and then make our way back to the west. With that out of the way, we can now enter this locked door, and we can do a thing. Now, this only takes us to a bunch of power-ups. Why did I allow you to hit me? What we need to do is do a thing. And what is that thing? Ah, yes. Right. It's right there in front of me. It's the statue that requires the switch. Let's blow everything up. Then, we can get some of our magic back. And then, I'm going to wait for this guy to drop down. Take care of him. And as soon as we get this onto a come on. Oh, well, it just takes us back here. With this reset. Not a big fan of the ceiling masters, I will have to admit. Let's go ahead and blow everything up again, because apparently I messed that up amazingly. Let's go ahead and grab the magic again. I'm gonna let this drop down again. Pull this back down a little more. And this had better work. I can't believe that thing can grab me while I'm trying to pull something. I thought I could get away with that. Apparently not. You can tell I'm not a big fan of the Ceiling Masters. Let's do this again! Oh, large magic decanter. I so want that. And if that thing tries to grab me again, I'm just going to use Bombos again. Because why not? Stinks to be you. Now, let's go ahead and use the boomerang here. Whoa. To take out the skeletons. And I actually thought that the Ceiling Master actually stole my boomerang there for a second, and you do not want that yellow thing that was underneath that skull pot there to touch you, because if it touches you, you temporarily turn back into a rabbit, and you're completely defenseless until you turn back to human. Also, we got the big key out of this chest. Now let's go ahead and bomb this wall. I hope it can be reached from there. Good. Explosion has plenty of range. There's the magic decanter, which we will probably need. And now, we need to go back to the big chest, because the big chest contains a thing that we're going to need. And in order to get to the big chest, we're going to have to go all the way back into the hole in the bushes and take care of things that way. Let's go back through the hole that we made with the bomb. Follow the wall. Take care of these two guys before they become a problem. And we now have the fire rod. This command rod commands the red fire, but watch your magic meter. Basically, if you know what the ice rod does, you know what the fire rod does. So now that that's out of the way, let's... There we go. Let's hang out here. I'm going to look at the map real quick. Oh, right. We can just go that way. We can just go back through the other skull opening. So this is a fairly short dungeon, but as I'm proving in spades here, if you don't know what you're doing, you are going to have a very hard time, and you are going to get frustrated and lost easily. Very, very easily. Can you kill the thing, please? Thank you. Let's go back in here. Ah. Okay. Had to make sure that what I was doing was what I needed to do. Had to think about it without using the map. As I thought, you do have to go in here. And then we have to take the path back to this skull. Use the fire on this thing, and you will take care of this bone-like structure that is holding the mouth closed, and this thing will open his eyes and open up another part of the dungeon for you. Now, it looks like you can just get to this key easily. Not so fast, because if you do that, you're just going to get nowhere. Instead, you're just going to have to feel your way on the underneath here. Watch where Link is going. Try not to get hit by that fireball. And then you want to make your way all the way around to get to this door. There is seemingly nothing here. Let's go back up here because that yellow thing is coming after us again. Set the Gibdo on fire. Set another Gibdo or two on fire. And we should be good to go from this point. Now we can get this key. The key will unlock a door right at the other side of this bridge. And I want to stay out of the way of that thing for a little while. And there we go. Now we want to make our way to the left here, go up the stairs again, and make a mad dash for the door here. And from here, you want to hit the star tiles in a way that will allow you to get around. You also want to watch out for the Ceiling Master. And you want to go to the right from here, otherwise you're just going to keep going into a loop. And if you touch the star tile on the lower right hand corner, you're going to have you put yourself in a loop, and it'll make it take longer to go in here. Now I want to use the Bombos medallion and then use the flame rod to set all these torches alight. And then we want to get in here before the torches go out, or at least one of the torches go out. And then in here we want to use Bombos just to be safe. Now you've noticed me cutting down these vines in the walls. Well, guess what? One of them does have a hidden passage, and it's the one right at the north center part of the north wall. And now I'm going to go ahead and use Bombos here just to get rid of all these enemies. And one of these skull pots should have a... Oh, one of the enemies has it. I'll take that. I got plenty of magic, so I'm not exactly worried. I got 2 blue potions to work with. And I want to drop down that pit before I get grabbed by the Ceiling Master. Now, can I use the Bombos medallion on this guy? Yes or no? If not, I'm just going to have to use the flame rod to defeat him. The Bombos medallion has no effect, so we're going to have to use the flame rod on this guy. And we are out of magic power, but that's alright, because we have 2 of the blue potions. I'm glad I brought this. You want to avoid getting hit by the spikes. You want to avoid being pushed into spikes by the conveyor belt, which goes in random directions. And you also want to avoid that 3-way shot that this moth boss has. The moth can also try to dive bomb you, but as long as you stay far away, stay away from the spikes, watch where the conveyor belt is going, it should not take you long to get a heart container and the 3rd crystal. So I don't need this map anymore. Or any of these maps that I have on the laptop to my left. As we talk to the 3rd maiden. Link, because of you, I can escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you. Do you know the prophecy of the Great Cataclysm? This is the way I heard it. If a person who has an evil heart gets to Triforce, a hero is destined to appear. And he alone must face the person who began the Great Cataclysm. If the Evil One destroys a hero, nothing can save the world from his wicked reign. Only a person of the Knights of Hyrule, who protected the royalty of Hylia, can become the hero. You are of their bloodline, aren't you? Then you must rescue Zelda without fail. And with that, we have now completed the 3rd dungeon. That took longer than it should have. That really took longer than it should have. Really, really should have. But we are done now. So what I'm going to do is go in here, use the magic mirror. Okay, it just takes you back to the last thing you did. Well, that's odd. But I do want to go over here, though, and then finally get out of the Skullwoods dungeon proper. Because this is the only way you're going to be able to do it. And now we have 14 heart containers. So we're doing pretty well for ourselves. And we need to remember that we can go all the way south past that hole there. So that way we can get out of the woods at last. We've done enough. Let's get out of here. And where is number 4? Where is it? Number 4 is in the Village of Outcasts. And it's that little gargoyle statue. So we had to come down there eventually. However, if we do that, it seems like there's no way to do anything here. But if you pull on the pitchfork of the devil statue, you will hear a rumbling noise, and you will break this. Not really sure how you're meant to do this. Maybe you're just meant to experiment with the thing. But that's how you're supposed to open it. But for now, I will go to the light world, and I am going to restock on supplies. So join me next time, where I go through the 4th dungeon of the Dark World, and try to rescue another maiden. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!